Hey, David. Wow, you're working hard. You know me. If you're working, I'm working. So let's do it. All right. Good changes. Good changes. I think right now, I think one of the things I would say about your presentation is your type is very, very large. I would go ahead and reduce the size of the type, subhead. And then also right now you've got a little bit of imbalance on this page. If you just look at the white areas and then you look at the background and you weigh things out, let's take a fulcrum like this is a teeter-totter. Let's put the fulcrum right there. What's going to happen? Same thing that happens when you put the chubby kid on one end of the teeter-totter and the skinny kid on the other end. It's going to go whoop like that. We can rectify that very easily. And I think also there's a little competition between this and this. So what I would do is we can rectify both of those in one fell swoop by simply doing this. Reduce the size of the logo, place it over here. So about that big. Right there. And it's gonna counterweight the heaviness to the left side of the composition, and it's also going to eliminate the competition between this and this, so that the viewer is going to know the designer wants you to read this first, then go down, look at the logo. Okay, these pages look fantastic. One of the things I would say is this: is the more I look at this, I would go ahead and align your type. I think that this stagger stair step right here that you've created creates this kind of strange shape right here on every one of your pages. And it's really obvious once you start to get into especially areas where there's no image like this right here. This shape right here, it's uncomfortable right here. So I would eliminate that by just taking your headline, moving it right over to the left margin. I think that you picked a good color. Green is good for your subheads, much better than the black. Let's get a darker green. Let's get a really rich dark green, maybe from the mountains or just something really dark. I think that's a little bit too light for the page. Also, honestly, I think your type is too big. I do. I would reduce that type size. I would say in a publication like this, your pages are 13. What are you at? You are at 13 by 11, 13 by 8. Great page size. Good job. Okay, at 13 by 8, let me see. Yeah, I would say type size of 12 tops. You're probably 14 or 16 here. 12 tops, maybe 10. It's going to look tiny, but this is just one really, that's a really good practice to do, and I always recommend students do this. Print out a page. Print out a page, hold it in your hand, and look at the size of the type, and I think you're going to realize that this type is very, very large. Okay, this page looks fantastic. Let's get that aligned. Page numbers. It's a little page number right there in the corner. That's all. Hang on. Anyways, page numbers in the corners. I would use the same typeface and color as the headlines. This image right here, one thing I want to mention before I talk, this image doesn't seem to fit. It just seems like what does this have to do with client goals? It seems like there's pictures of, you're saying a safe, exciting experience, but do we need to show the police? I mean, it just seems like a kind of a strange way to start a presentation about a location event showing the police. So I would eliminate that image. That's a great image right there. Spelling error right there. Looking really good. Low res image. Want to change that out. Yeah, you're looking really good. Again, you've got that line sitting alone. That should not be like that. Looking good, looking good. Now again, you've got another iteration here. I think there was 3 logo iterations, so we could show another one there. Implementation. I would not include that. Pictogram consistency variation. Now, everything else looks fantastic. That looks so much better. So much better. Now we definitely know that those are part of the same thing. QR code's taken up a big chunk of that ticket. Well, QR code doesn't have to be that big. I would just take a little tiny QR code in the corner. That way you can save the rest of the ticket for your graphics. Good. Very good. Very good. Looking phenomenal. All right, excellent, excellent job. And hey, man, you want to keep posting? I'll keep critiquing. You know me; I'll talk about design all day long. So, yeah. So, I mean, mainly, from where this has come from last week is just, to me, it's really super impressive. It shows that you've been sitting down and really paying attention. For presentation, I would remove the center line. You don't need to have that there. If you do, just a 1 pixel, tiny little. I don't even think you need it. I think that we can take a look at the spread and decide. Maybe just a 1 pixel, but that's just too heavy. It's just kind of separating the pages instead of allowing this to be viewed as one spread that works together. It's delineating this separation that says, okay, this is one page, this is one page, this is one page, this is one page. You see what I'm saying? So I would either turn that into a 1 pixel tiny little line or get rid of it altogether. All right, so those would be my recommendations moving forward, and you're doing a fabulous job. Fabulous work. Good job. Keep it up. Thanks, man.